Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. This is Comics News Today for the 23rd of November. Oh, my goodness, we're almost into December, and then we'll be into 2021, which the world and will be so much better. The clouds will part, light will come down, rainbows out of everybody's ass. It has been guaranteed to me in prophecy, I must say, Eric, in prophecy.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm happy. I'm a happy little bugger. You know what I've been doing this weekend? I had a long weekend, sir.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I did. And my wife and I basically just stayed home, man. And you know what I did the whole time? What I've been doing all weekend? I've been watching prophecy.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Yeah, well, I've been watching the Sharp miniseries again. I don't know if you guys ever remember watching it. It's based on a series of books from the BBC. It's back when the BBC wasn't full of their own selves. Well, they probably were, but different full of stuff. You guys ever see the Sharp series? It's based on the Wellington versus Napoleon.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's got Sean Bean does a pretty good job. Like I said, it was based on a series of books, but it's kind of almost like a docudrama in a way. But I like it. It's pretty good, and I haven't seen it since the '90s, so I went back and rewatched it. My wife got bored pretty quick with it, though. Just kind of left.
So you sat on your ass all weekend watching the boob tube.
I did, dude. I did
Good.
nothing.
Sometimes you need to.
Yeah, I did nothing constructive whatsoever. Are you proud of me?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just let the brain rest.
Yeah. It's rare for me. I don't know if you guys understand that, but I don't usually do those kind of things. But yeah, it was a long weekend and I had no plan set up, and I was just screw it. I'm staying home, man. I didn't even drive my car. Well, that's not true. On Saturday, I did go out to a fancy restaurant for my wife and I's wedding anniversary dinner. But other than that,
Oh, happy anniversary.
oh, thank you. 25 years, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah. How long are you?
I hope I can make it to 25.
Well, you haven't been married. You and I are the same age, so I kind of figured you'd be.
Yeah, but this is my second marriage.
Oh, well, how long did the first one last? If you don't mind.
15 years.
Ooh, that's the killer point, though. They say if you can get past that 15th year, then you're good. Yeah. No.
Yeah. The 15th almost killed me. So,
Wow.
So we are going on 8 years.
8 years, not bad, dude. Not bad.
Yep.
You enjoying her, having fun?
Definitely. This one's 100% better than the first one.
Oh, that's good to hear, dude. That's good to hear. I got real lucky. I picked the right one from the beginning, but then again, I tend to get lucky a lot. I don't know what that is. Let me knock on some wood here. Oh, there's some. All right. I don't know what it is, but I kind of get lucky with things like that. I didn't work hard for it. It just kind of happened to me. You know what I mean?
You bastard.
I know. You should curse me all day long. I agree. Hello, Thundera. How are you, sir?
Terrible. How is Chester?
Chester's good, man. It's a beautiful sunny day. I was actually up pretty early this morning, and I kind of finished all of my translations I had for this quarter were kind of light, and I finished them up quick, so I had no work this morning. So you know what I did? I actually took the car out for a morning sunrise drive.
Nice.
Yes, it was nice. I enjoyed myself. The sun was beautiful, gorgeous, cool day, but the sun is bright, shiny, nice, just kind of little puffy clouds here or there. And I just went on a couple of roads I knew there would be no one on at that time of the morning and just kind of cranked her up, baby. It was fun.
What'd you listen to?
I don't listen to music in the car.
What?
I know my wife thinks it's weird. Of course, she does. They all think it's weird, but I like hearing the car. I want to hear the roar of the engine and the road. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess.
You are a weirdo. No music in a car? What the hell?
Yeah. I do have the occasional AC/DC track prepared for those moments, though. There are moments, Slick.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Yeah. But no, I like to hear the engine.
AC/DC, all right.
Yeah.
AC/DC's all right.
The engine I have right now it's a good roarer, dude. It's got a nice throat to it, and when you kind of come in the corners and you let off the gas, that turbo, it's such a high, it's kind of a high spun turbo. So even just letting off the gas, it goes, you have that nice turbo drop down sound. I like it. Yeah. So that's what I did this morning, Thunder. What did you do this morning?
Oh, Had some breakfasts. That's about it.
Oh wow, that's a
Watched
long.
as the world burned. You know.
Oh, is it burning? Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I mean, it's almost as if, now, other than the fact that everyone wears masks, whereas before it was only about 50% of the population wore masks. Now everyone does. It's just me walking around without a mask. It's only me. You know the funny thing, because I'm in Japan, Thundera, no one looks at me weird.
Oh, they have to look up too high.
That's fair enough. It is fair enough. It makes life easy though, man. When I'm walking in the grocery stores, because they're also short, the aisles are short, so I can see the entire breadth of the store just walking. Right? I don't even need to tippy toe it. Right? And I always have a clear view because it's always top of heads I see, which is unfortunate for a lot of men, because male pattern baldness is a thing here. It's a thing here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not attractive either, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. But usually, I think most of the ladies can't see it, because the men are taller. But of course, you solved that problem there, Eric. You just manscaped it.
Yeah, you buzz it down, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I've wanted to do that because I still got hair, but it's certainly receding. I got that Bruce Willis thing going on, right?
Well, I did recently.
Mm,
You might be shocked at this. So, right before Halloween, me and the wife are going to dress up as steampunk to go to a family Halloween party.
nice.
So I wanted to color my beard, and she always told me, if you ever color it, because it's been white since I was in my 30s, if you color that, I'm going to shave it off in your sleep. Well, I colored it without her knowing it. A couple days before Halloween, she took a look at it and says, "I don't like it like that."
Yeah.
So I've kept it colored since Halloween.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I've said that before. Probably, I want to take my hair down. My wife said if I did it, she'd shave her head too, and I said, "Go ahead." Because that would hurt her more than me, really. But it is what it is. How's your hair situation there, Slick? Slick doesn't want to. Of course, we've seen it.
Once upon a time, about 3 years ago, I had a full head of hair.
Uh-huh.
And I got this thing called lycoplanopilaris, and it basically makes me look like I have mange, and I basically lost most of my hair.
The fact that Slick Jimmy looks like he has mange, it seems right with the world, though.
Yeah. I used to have this beautiful head of hair, and it went away.
It just it happens. Things go away. It does happen.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Now, of course, Thunder over here, he's a young man. So I imagine his hair is just, falling down to his navel.
Not anymore. When I was younger, yeah, I had hair all the way down my back.
Now, are you a wavy hair, curly hair, or a straight hair man?
Wavy. I have such nice hair that my sisters were very jealous of my hair when it was long.
Oh, I see. I never had
It
that
has
problem.
natural waves in it, and it's beautiful and voluminous.
Yeah, well,
it's not fair.
I get that. It's kind of like my wife. She's got that kind of unfair hair, that thick, heavy, and it's heavy too. But my hair's. I can get nappy if I wanna. I can. I could do the space buns we were talking about yesterday. I could do them. Yeah. Which is weird because I'm like pure Celt, but only a certain type of people can do space buns. Just keep that in mind, everybody. But anyway, I think we caught up everyone. Everyone's doing good. Booster is not alive yet, so I have no clue where he is. But over here in chat, we got Roger, we got Eric. Thank you guys very much. I hope that you guys are sharing this out so we can have more people come in here. And we got a few topics to get to, so let me get to them. All right. And there's not much happiness in the world. Just understand that. I tried. I did try. But it is what it is. So, anyway, let me go ahead and do this, and they guys can click on it. And I figure we start with something happy. Oh, look at that!
Ooh,
superhero hype, and we got a happy old Deadpool just looking to murderate something. And I'm not sure what Eric means. He says, speaking of hair loss, Chester wears a American. What's American? I don't know.
Our cat?
Okay.
American is a little pubic hair patch to cover your genitals if you're doing film and television. So they don't want to show that. That's what they call it. American.
Huh. Why do you know this, sir?
Because I worked in film and television.
Oh, so that makes a lot of
Were
sense,
you a fluffer?
Thundero. He was a fluffer. I get it now. I get it, Thundero. It explains a lot. All right. Now I know what a merkin is. I don't know that I needed to. But nevertheless, this news right here is Thunder, you want to do the readings for the young booster today?
Marvel Studios hires writers for Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds.
Simple. Happy. The first one was great. The tempo and the feel of that movie was exactly perfect, right? And the second one was okay. In my opinion, it was nowhere near as good as the first, but it was entertaining enough. So the general question for this one is, what do you guys in the chat think about Deadpool 3?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Eric?
I'd like to see what they do with it and see how they introduce it into the MCU.
If it's Ryan Reynolds, I'll be okay with it. We'll see what happens.
It is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I like Ryan Reynolds. He's pretty cool, so it'll probably be passable.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the second one was just passable. It was entertaining. But we know it could be good, though. It could be. Because this is, one of the key factors. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've noticed this over the years. If you have people involved in your project who have passion for it, it tends to do well. I don't know what that is.
It's kind of strange, isn't it?
It is weird. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But we know Ryan Reynolds is a huge Deadpool fan. He's just over the moon that he can do it. So whatever you think of him doesn't matter. His passion shows through. We feel it. Yeah. And I hope it's better than the second one. And I think, me personally, I think the problem they have with the second one was probably too many executives in the room and too many characters on screen. Right? Go back to the simple little thing you had in the first movie. Keep it simple, man.
Yeah, it's the Batman 3 problem.
Yeah. I mean,
many villains.
I mean, they had so many characters in that damn movie, dude. So many. And then, there were other little things that the the mundanes don't know, but it just irritated your fans a little bit. Like, why in the hell is Domino? What the hell are you doing with Domino? I mean, you could have used that girl. There's nothing wrong with that girl, but paint her white and put a black spot on her eye. What the hell's wrong with you, dude?
Here's the problem. You can't paint her white.
Why can't you? She's light-skinned enough. That's a high yellow if I ever seen one.
That was a very attractive girl. But I think that was it. The painting of the white they didn't want to do.
Yeah, but they did. They put a white spot on her eye. I'm just saying. They're saying all they had to do was
just looked kind of weird. Yeah,
it was weird, and it's insulting because we know that's what they were thinking, and it's like that's not a problem. She's a fantasy character. Make her look appropriate, just like we have coming up next week or this week. Sorry, we're gonna have Dawson there, the night nurse from the the Marvel Fox series, and she's going to be playing Ahsoka Tano, right? And they got her in the makeup, and she's all orange as she should be with all the tattoos and stuff. I think, and the only thing I'm worried about with her is that she will, if she can handle any action at all, because Ahsoka, we got to keep in mind that Ahsoka is Anakin's Padawan. That's no joke, right? Ahsoka is very seriously capable combatant, right? So that's what only worry I have with it, because I think her acting is going to be enough, and she could do sweet. We've seen her do sweet before. So I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, do it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the second Deadpool that much longer, but we could nitpick the hell out of that movie, dude. Although I did get Juggernaut. I was kind of happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was better than the X-Men 3 Juggernaut.
Yeah, it was visually, but the guy who played the Juggernaut, the first one, was kind of fun. What's his name?
He's a fun guy, Vinny something, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right. He's a British actor. I thought he was fun, though. I thought he was fun. Of course, I don't understand why he was British, because unless, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Juggernaut like cousins to Xavier?
Stepbrother.
Something like that, right? Yeah.
He's a stepbrother, but I think he's American, though.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they had a Brit guy doing it. But well, whatever. The only thing that really confused me about the second Deadpool, and maybe you guys in the chat or these guys here in the panel can help me out. I don't understand what the fat Latino kid was. I didn't get it. I didn't
I don't know, and
recognize.
he was morbidly obese. He was a sloppy fat.
He was sloppy fat. Yeah. I think you wrote it out, Slick. Try again.
He was a massive virtue signal. That's what he was.
I think you nailed it. He was a fat Latino kid.
Yeah, no, he was, but I just don't understand what character he's supposed to be representing. But I think Thundera hit it on the head. Like I said, that's what I said. I think too many executives got in the room. Hopefully this time Reynolds can keep those executives out of the room a little bit, and we can get just a fun little movie. But then again, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but the headline kind of took me off a little bit. Marvel Studios hires writers for Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds. Hires writers. Why isn't it just a writer? This I don't get when you have 20 writers on a thing and 10 directors, and it's clearly doesn't work. Too many cooks in the kitchen. We have expressions for a reason, just so you need history and all.
You need to have a writer for every identity.
Do you? I don't think so. I really, really don't think so. How many writers does Stephen King have? Or
you don't
Mr.
understand.
Dick?
I've heard quite a few.
You're a straight white man. You don't understand.
All right, that's an easy excuse. I'll take it though. All right.
Yeah, you don't understand, Chester. See, you're competent because you're a straight white man, so you don't need a whole slew of people to carry your balls for you.
Oh, I see. So I'm superior then, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's what Jimmy was implying, right?
I do think that is what is implied on a daily basis, sir.
You guys never get. You guys never get when I am absolutely serious. You guys never understand how serious I am when I say those things.
It's horrible, the sarcasm. It's horrible. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I think in general this is happy news, and if you guys don't think this is happy news, that's as happy as it gets, brother. It ain't getting better than this, So let's move on. We're going backwards today. Let's see. That's in case I need it. Okay, here we go. Now, Eric was talking about this one a little bit. I don't know much about it because I didn't watch it, but I thought we'd throw it up. Go ahead, Thundera.
Marvel Comics author Dan Slott has terrible work ethic and office reputation revealed in episode of Marvel's 616.
Yeah. This 616 is on the Disney Plus, right? And it's kind of a behind-the-scenes documentary style thing, right?
Yeah, it's 8 episodes. There's this one. There's one about Marvel toys. There's one about cosplayers and other. I only watched the toys in this one, actually.
Because both of those things have a lot to do with comic books. It's perfect.
Well, they're Marvel cosplayers.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with comics itself? I mean,
nothing.
But then again, I don't want to get too far astray here because it's a lifestyle now, so that makes more sense if you're thinking like that. Yeah.
But don't touch.
I won't touch it. I told my wife I wouldn't wait. So, anyway, so in this, Eric, you seem to know more about this than I do, so please elaborate.
It's an episode about Dan Slott and is it Tom Brevoort, editor?
Mm-hmm.
And they're working on Iron Man 2020.
Yeah.
And it just keeps showing how lazy Dan is, how horrible he is.
Little Tommy Brevoort.
Brevoort, thank you. Right? I can't. Brevoort. Port?
Yeah. It means
apparently they have to bring in an extra. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Dan Slott is an actual hobbit.
Well, he's
fat, round, hairy, and lazy.
Wow.
Short, very short. I think he's like 5'1".
Well, Brevoort is short. So if he's smaller than that, then wow, he's real teeny. Yeah.
He's smaller than Tom Holland.
Holy crap. Dude.
But apparently, you go find a picture of it if you want. I'll continue talking.
Okay, please.
But apparently, yeah, he's just really lazy. He's very slow. Even the editor says he's very pervert, whatever his name is. Says he's always late. He can never turn anything in on time. They bring in backup writers to write his dialogue for him. So who's actually writing the story?
Well, someone else, clearly, but
yeah, I mean, so yeah. But when he's out signing for people, he seems like he actually cares about the fans, even though he blocks people every day on Twitter because that distracts him while he's writing to Twitter. I mean, this episode paints him horribly, and the whole Marvel work ethic horribly.
Yeah, that's not good. But he's like Danny DeVito size. I got a picture here I'm showing the folks because Tom Holland is very teeny human, right? Which is why he can kind of bounce and jump around real easy. He doesn't got much weight gravity problem, But he's a little dude. I wonder if he has a bit of dwarfism going on. He might.
It looked like it when they showed him.
Yeah, he'd be a good dwarf.
He would be.
Yeah.
But everybody had been talking about this episode, and I thought, well, it can't be that bad. Everybody's exaggerating how bad they're making him look out to be. So I watched it. Yep, no, he's lazy, useless.
They fire him yet?
No, he must know someone. Must be someone's cousin.
Yeah, that tends to be the problem. That's kind of my wife's excuse for a lot of stuff. Well, they know someone. They got family somewhere. She always says that. She's probably right. Yeah.
I think it's true a lot of times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise us because the list of people they have over there working are people who are caring more about making a lifestyle than making comic books. This is clear. If that's your job, then what do you care if you're on time with your scripts or things are getting done properly? I mean, that's not the point. We're here to sell toys and we're here to sell merchandise and have, coffee shops and things like that. That's what we need. But he'd be a good dwarf. Yeah. Except for he wouldn't actually be a good dwarf because I don't know if you guys noticed because dwarves, one of the main aspects of them is hard work. They are, they're kind of notorious for that,
They're kind of manly, aren't they?
They are manly. Is he unmanly?
He did not seem manly at all. Quite the opposite.
I see. Well, this fella right here, I don't know who's this guy. Do you know who this is?
That might be the letterer.
Huh?
Yeah, it might be the letterer because the letterer was saying, I keep asking for the pages. And I'm always waiting for them to get finished. I'm always behind. Then I got to rush and try to get them done and sent off to the printer right away.
So
it was like Marvel doesn't know what they're doing.
Well, that doesn't surprise us, but
it's a Marvel documentary.
Well, I wonder if there's some politics going on in this, meaning that they're kind of looking at trying to push him out. Maybe he does know someone. Maybe he has a kind of like seniority type of thing, and they want to get him out for probably worse reasons than what he is. But I don't know, Thunder. What do you got to say on Mr. Slott here? He comes up on this show often. Yeah.
Very little. Anybody can look at the man and tell he's a lazy slob. I don't know why we needed a whole documentary-like episode of something to figure that out. Just look at him. Use your eyes. Use your eyeballs.
Some chubby people are very hard workers, Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. Very, very, very few of them look like Dan Slott.
He is a bit sloppy fat, I guess. But yeah, let's not what do they call that, Eric, when you pick on people because they're fat? Fat shaming. Let's not do that. We wouldn't want to be accused of anything.
No, let's do that. Yeah, okay. To everybody.
All right, fine.
All fat people, including myself.
Oh, no. Poor fat people. Jimmy, you have something to say on that? No comment. Perfect. That's perfect. Thank you, Jimmy. Actually, I've seen Jimmy. He's not very big at all.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You were what, 5'4", 5'5"?
I'm not 5'4". you galumphing behemoth.
That is fair. I am that. I do galumph. Yeah.
No, I'm just a little sliver under 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm writing that down, Slick. I'm gonna take that galumphing. That's a new word. I like it.
Money.
Yeah, I get it though. It's one of those sound things that you get. I automatically understand it. So I am a galumpher. Perfect. Yeah. Actually, I don't galumph at all. I'm quite agile and graceful, sir. Don't you know?
Oh. I always tell people I'm pretty graceful for a fat guy. I can sneak up on you and you don't even know it.
Oh no, I'm just just beautifully graceful, Thunder. Beautifully graceful.
Beautifully. Gorgeously even.
Hey now, I'll take the adjectives. But anyway, I'm 5'3". I should kill myself, Eric says. No, that's okay. I'm not the one that's hating on little people. It's these guys. I said leave them alone. I'm a nice guy. They're bastards.
Are you really great? Are you really graceful, like a manatee trundling on the beach?
Actually, I am very graceful. But you know why? Because I played football for years as a linebacker, and then I did fencing for years after that. Even transitioning.
You put up fences? That's an awesome trade.
No, that is an awesome trade. But and then I went on to the SCA as well and got into more serious kind of sword combat. But because of that, you have to have quick feet. So
I have to give Chester shit because he is a badass. So
well, I'm not really a badass, but football does help big guys be graceful, though. It most certainly does.
Come on. You got a story where your guts were hanging out.
I do. Well, it happened, dude. It wasn't a great day, Eric. It really wasn't. I almost died that day, dude. I mean, and it
was a red letter day.
Yeah, I guess. But because the real dangerous part wasn't having the guts out. The real problem was sitting on the damn gurney in the hallway for hours upon hours because they had to. I mean, this was in New York City, right? New York City,
Mm-hmm.
but they had I'm O negative blood, right? Which is radically rare, right? And New York City
universal donor, baby.
Well, I'm just saying they didn't have my blood, Slick, so they had to fly it in from fucking Boston, dude. That doesn't seem right.
Boston blood.
You sat there getting grayer and grayer.
Or blue, maybe. But I'm just like, how in the hell does New York not have O negative? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That does seem a little weird. The biggest, baddest city in the world should at least have blood to, help all of its criminals.
Yeah, that was in 1989 that happened.
The year I graduated.
Oh, really? So I'm a year older than you?
Yes, you're a year my senior.
Oh, okay. I'm.
But I let you keep saying we're the same age. So.
Oh, well, that's all right. It's good enough. Eric says overweight as well. No love for the fat dwarfs. I love you, sir. I do. Zach Richmond says, "Oh yeah, Dan Slott gets wrecked. Best news I've seen all day." But my question would be, Zach, is why is he getting wrecked by his own people? And I don't know what's going on over there, but I think Slick is like building a new tree house or something. Oh, good. He quieted himself. So Chester is Type Omega.
I'd recommend anyone watch this. I mean, give it a shot if you haven't seen it. Check it out, and that's what I did. I was like, it can't be that bad, and I thought it was that bad.
Well, you know what we really, really need in the company, and we've talked about this several times, and I'm sure Thundero has an opinion, but what we really, really need is we need Stan Lee, dude. We need someone who has passion and love and gets out there and pushes crazy hard to make it happen. I mean, think about what Stan did when he came in. He didn't say, "Oh, we're a new group, we're a new company, let's just try to get our feet." No, he came out and he tried to get cartoons made. He did make cartoons. He tried to get on the TV constantly, movies, newspapers, magazines. He pushed Any innovation he saw, he went out and took it as if it was a real company and they were there to storm the world, and he did.
Right.
So and we just, you know what I think we got a lot of, Thundaro? Laurel sitting.
Yes, all over the world, in all walks of life. I see it all over Twitter right now with conservatives. I see it all over the world. Just people just resting on their laurels. Everything will just be fine. Nothing major will happen. No bad things will happen.
Yeah.
Well,
And then the bad things happen.
And then the bad things happen. Well, anyway, this was interesting news. I brought it up because Eric was talking about it, and I thought that, well, maybe I should go watch that series and see if there's any. Maybe we should do some critique on that series. It might make sense for this channel. I'll go look at the 8 episodes, and maybe I'll do a little breakdown, and we'll talk about it on the Monday here. Anyway, let's move on to
do
this.
that.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm going to watch them, and we'll talk about them next week. We'll start next week. So anyway, here we go. This is kind of happy news too, Thundero. Maybe,
possibly, could be. Stargate actor David Hewlett signs and shares petition calling for franchise revival. He's just looking for a job. But
true.
And let's be honest, if we're gonna revive the franchise, he's not coming.
No, we don't
Be
need
honest
Atlantis.
with yourselves.
Yeah, we don't need
Yeah,
Atlantis.
not that Atlantis was the worst thing ever, but that's not the one they're gonna revive. Let's be
No,
honest.
but also let's be fair though. He was in the original SG-1, and he was one of the characters that transferred over to Stargate. He was.
Yeah, but he was irrelevant in SG-1.
Well, he's annoying as hell, and he's like one of the least likable characters. But it seems like a nice guy, and he seems to truly love Stargate. I'm sure you're right. He wants a job, but
everybody loved Stargate, though. My point what I mean by that is everybody who worked on it loved it. That, from what I understand, I haven't heard anybody who worked on it say a bad thing about working on maybe the last show, but the actual Stargate when it was at its peak, Stargate SG-1 in Atlantis. Everybody loved it. It launched Jason Momoa's career. It was a great show. It was a great franchise, and it's a shame that it's just gone. It just ended.
Yeah,
because there was no reason for it to just end other than executives at the Sci-Fi Channel being absolute utter buffoons. Buffoons.
Well, it's been a kind of a running problem, right? After Atlantis, they came out with Universe, and it made it a season. People didn't really love it, so they say. I thought it was fine, although it was definitely trying to take a bite out of that Battlestar Galactica nonsense. But they came out with a series like a year, 2, 3 ago that was like, I wouldn't even call it B grade. It was embarrassing. Embarrassingly bad, and it was super woke, like legendary woke. So I don't know why you need to do that. Stargate itself, from episode 1, not the movie per se, but the TV show, was very diverse anyway. So why do you need to woke it up? It's all already kind of woke, right? In the natural way. But the real problem you have here, and I'm wondering if you guys agree or not, is where are you going to find Richard Dean Anderson?
Exactly. See, that's the big problem with all of this talk. Everybody wants, we want Stargate to come back. We love Stargate. It was great, and it was. But, like you were just saying, where do you find a Stan Lee? Where do you find a Richard Dean Anderson?
Yeah.
Where do you find these guys who can carry these sorts of things, right? Like Stan Lee carried the industry on his back pretty much his whole life. Richard Dean Anderson carried that franchise on his back for most of its existence. And after he left,
10 years.
or at least took a back seat, it quickly withered and died. And it's because these sorts of things need a figurehead, a charismatic leader. Somebody people see and just want to see more of because it's who they are. And Stan Lee was that, and so was Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
So again, where do you find somebody with that level of charisma and talent as an actor, and who isn't just an insufferable twat?
Yeah.
Where do you find that person? Because Richard, from all I've seen, he's a lovely guy.
He's a
just
Kurt Russell
chill.
type. He comes from that generation. But then again, we can have twats that can be great on screen, though. Patrick Stewart's Picard is a good example. He's a pure twat. That's a pure on SJW progressive right there. I think he's gay, to be honest with you. But as Captain Picard, he allowed everything else below him to exist. Let's stick on Stargate here, but it's the same premise. With Richard Dean Anderson in that solid commanding role, it allowed for the hippie Daniel to do his thing, the strong woman Sam doing her thing, the Klingon, a la Worf character in Teal'c, et cetera, et cetera. All those other characters who are very niche can exist underneath that solid control, that solid commander, and they can express themselves. You need that, and I cannot put my finger on who you would get into a TV show like Stargate, SG, whatever. I don't know what they'll do, but any kind of Stargate thing that will do that. Can we even name someone that can do that these days? Anybody?
No.
No.
That's a sad sight, man. That's a sad sight. I think, by watching Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders, he could do that kind of thing if he found but the problem with Tom Hardy is it has to be the right character. He can't do everything. He can't. It has to be something that is perfectly sculpted for him that he understands, and he'll be all right. But in Peaky Blinders, that's the best thing I've ever seen him do. If you guys haven't seen that, go check him out. He's like a Jewish gangster. He's freaking awesome. And otherwise, I kind of don't like Tom Hardy. I think he sucks in most movies. But, that's heresy, I guess.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one that thought that.
No, he's not great.
No, I didn't think he was great at all.
No. Well, he's shown greatness. Speaking of one of his horrible films, Eric, was his performance in Fury Road was really bad. Pick an accent, please. It'd be nice. But the set pieces in Fury Road were awesome. It was great.
Right.
But your two main characters, Harding and what's the fricker that South African lady's name? It's not Cameron Diaz. What's Charlize Theron?
I knew yeah.
Charlize Theron. And that's another one. I kind of semi-defended her for a little bit, but I'm thinking back on her career. I don't think I've ever seen her do anything good. Because everyone tells me she's a great actress, but it's like, where? Because she sucked balls in that movie, I'll tell you. I was sad. I expected so much out of her. I was like, all right, it's going to be awesome. Dude. That was not good, man.
Huh. Yeah, I kind of agree, because I'm trying to think back through roles, and she's just been kind of mediocre.
At best, yeah. So I don't really know why she gets so much praise, which is too bad. She's not a bad-looking lady, I guess. I wish she was badass. I wish she played an awesome character in that movie. Imagine two really solid actors with those set pieces. Damn, dude.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
It would have been. I don't know. I don't know. But Stargate. I would love to see it. I love the series. It lasted for a long time because it deserved to. It was fun. It was that pure episodic. And I'm kind of curious. Is that the problem? We've switched over to anthology and away from episodic. You think that's part of the problem?
I don't think so. I think it's top down with what they're trying to do more than anything. I think a episodic series like Stargate could work just fine. It's just they keep trying to make it. They kept trying to make it something it's not. Right? They took away the lightheartedness of it. And I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. But I mean, if you look, we have The Mandalorian as episodic, right? I mean, there's the overall.
But they have a couple throwaway episodes.
Yeah, no, it's clearly episodic. Like it's almost like an old '80s show in that way.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of the Wild Wild West, especially with the time format being so short. It's kind of like you ever see the old Wild Wild West show?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It has that kind of feel to it, and it's fun. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's fun. I'm enjoying The Mandalorian just fine. Although
Where are you at on that? You caught up?
Oh yeah, we're 100% caught up. My wife is loving it. She's a big Star Wars. You gotta understand, she's a bigger Star Wars fan than I am. That's her thing. That's
Oh,
her jam,
cool.
right? And she was so disappointed with Jedi, dude. She just gave up after that. Yeah. And because
Yeah.
it was such a slap in the face. And this is the thing. They keep telling us it's about women power. They keep telling us this, but I don't think they know women. It's like,
No, I don't think so either.
yeah, I really don't think they get women. I think what you have is a bunch of lesbians and gay guys, and they just don't get women at all. Because gay guys,
Yeah.
all they're doing is trying to be women, right? And therefore, it's a fake plastic thing. And lesbians forgot how to be. So I don't know what to tell you, dude. But I mean, they don't get women whatsoever. I mean, if you want to get women watching your show, put a hunky, handsome man on the screen that takes his shirt off every third or fourth episode. That's how you get women into your show. Women are
That'd
shallow
work.
as
Yeah.
shit, dude.
I can't agree with that because I publish comic books every once in a while. I want people to buy my stuff.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. You should agree with me. And of course, I don't have a woman in the room with me to throw things at me either. So but I know Slick agrees.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened to
Yeah,
Slick.
yeah, I do.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Okay.
Just remember, you should never leave me on my own. It gets dangerous when that happens. When I'm trying to fill radio air time, it's not good. It's not good.
That's why anytime you're by yourself, I try to hop in here.
Thank you. Save me from myself, sir. Save me from myself. All right, let's jump over here to the next topic, and I'm baffled.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
I'm saying how much I love you, Slick. I love you, brother.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
There you go. See, that war. Just keep that. That's psychology, Eric.
Yeah.
But since I don't have Thundero, Eric, go ahead and read me the headline, please.
Pop culture news outlet Pop Dust calls on Disney to fire the Mandalorian star Gina Carano's. That makes sense?
No,
Am I
it
reading that
doesn't.
right?
It's Spencer
Okay,
needs
okay.
a slap in the head. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. To prevent her from using her platform to spread ignorant and dangerous views.
Yeah. Yeah, the hell with that free speech stuff, right? But the funny thing about this is that I'm just baffled here, because and I'm not baffled. I know the answer, but I should be baffled is my problem. She's in trouble with the SJWs because she said nothing. Keep that in mind. It's because she didn't put her pronouns on her Twitter platform, and people were yelling at her for not having pronouns down. So she said, "Oh, my pronouns are bleep bloop bloop bleep bloop bloop bloop," which is funny. My wife laughed when I told her what all the noise was about it, because Jinko likes Gina. She likes her on The Mandalorian. So do I. I think she's a nice lady.
Yeah.
And she's obviously a normal person. She's clearly also a Trump supporting conservative, sure, but she's in trouble, and this call to kick her out and make sure she has no work whatsoever is really coming from the fact that she said nothing. Understand that. Wrap your heads around that for a minute. That's what they're on about. And their insanity is going on and on and on and deeper and deeper and deeper. We saw yesterday they were upset about space buns on a frickin' Animal Crossing character. Are you kidding me, people? Are you that dumb? I mean, can you even breathe? Sorry, I went British there for a moment. I don't know what happened. But
British.
Yeah, British. But you know what I mean, Thunder? I mean, come on. She all of this is because she just simply didn't put down pronouns on her Twitter. That's where it's all started. It's insane, dude. It's insane. And it's I don't know. You please help me understand, brother.
There is no understanding. These people who are like this just need to die.
And that's
simple as that. They're communists. You can't negotiate with them. They are totalitarians, and the only answer to their evil is death.
Yeah, I get your point there, Thunder. I do understand it, and I understand the feelings and the sentiment, and I understand many people have it. But see, I've actually been around death, and I've seen it, and
Me
it's
too.
not something I wish on people, dude.
Oh, I wish it on people all the time. Well, they're communists. They're not people. Let's be
Fair
clear.
enough. All right. I try to get through
But
to America.
actual
I
people,
try.
no, actual people, I don't normally make a habit of it, but it's not that I'm wishing on it. I'm stating a fact. There is no way to defeat communists like this except for to completely take away their power. And the only way you're going to do that in America is to kill them.
Yeah, but see, that's what they want to do to us, Thundero.
Yeah, and the tactic works.
All right.
Violence is the ultimate solution. We have to stop being such pussies about it.
Wow.
Stop saying like, "Oh, we can't do that. That's wrong." No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Not when you're facing an existential threat. Nothing's off the table.
Yeah, but
Nothing.
let me play devil's advocate for just a second, Thundero, if you don't mind. And I mean this, sincerely. When you pull the cork off of people who have been taking a lot of shit for a long time and they haven't done anything about it, whether it be cowardice or loyalty or whatever the reason is, when you pull that cork off, dude, it gets bloody, man. It gets bad bloody. And it's going to go beyond what you think we need. Innocence will be harmed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm aware. I don't care. You have to stop evil. And if that means some eggs get broken to make the omelet, then that's what has to happen. That's what war is.
It's okay. Just keep in mind.
And make no mistake, this is a war. It's 100% a war. And anybody who thinks otherwise is deluding themselves. They are coming for you. Maybe not you because you're in Japan, but they'll get there too. Don't worry. They're coming for you, Americans. Any American who likes freedom at all, they're coming. Look what they're doing to Gina Carano just for nothing. For literally nothing.
Yeah, no.
They're trying to ruin her whole life.
For having her own opinion.
Or
you don't think they're coming?
And it's probably because she's pretty as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's a nice lady, but let's not get too carried away.
She's beautiful, Chester. You're insane.
She's gorgeous.
No, she's not. But anyway, you know what I think it is more? I think what the jealousy more of it is she's a tough fighting woman who is not on their side. I think that's more of what it is than her being attractive to men. I think it's the fact that they expected her to be a lesbian front fighter, and that's what they want. Right? And she's not that. She's a normal lady. Seems like she likes men. She's just a normal person. And a lot of men think she's pretty as well. But I think it's because she's a fighter, dude. That's why they're so over wrought about it. But it's insane. And of course, the thing is, we don't know exactly how much control Favreau has. We don't. We know Filoni is a little light in his loafers. We know this, and he could be intimidated. I'm pretty sure. Favreau is the key here, because Favreau is clearly, if you've paid any time paying attention to him, he's just a dude. He's a normal dude. Therefore, he's got to get his hackles up at this kind of shit, man. Right?
But he was just a normal dude. We don't know what's happened the past few years with him. He could not be anymore.
No. We, my wife and I have been watching him for years on that Chef show, because he did that movie Chef, which is epic. If you haven't seen it, go watch that. But he has his own show because it seems like he caught the cooking bug and he likes cooking.
Oh, okay.
So the guy who taught him how to look like a proper chef on the movie, he became, he's an actual California chef. They became good buddies. He's a normal dude too. And they just do have guests, and some of those guests are super woke, but they're just going around cooking. So we've seen him, a lot of him, my wife and I, and anyone else who's watching it. And he tolerates it. He gets along to get along. I mean, he's clear, but he's just a dude.
Okay.
But my point being is it would be ridiculous if she lost her job over this. It really would be.
Yes,
especially with Pedro doing the nonsense he's doing. So, anyway.
Jimmy, I have you muted because I don't know what body you're dragging to a ditch somewhere, but when you're done, I'll mute you. Every time I have mute him, all I hear is...
Yeah. Well,
He's dragging.
let me catch up with the chat real quick. Where's Booster?
I thought
Is he
it
AWOL?
was.
He is AWOL. Yeah.
I thought it was muted. I'm sorry.
Well, but that's all right. That's why we have Thundero. He is a stern overlord, sir.
Sorry about that. Do you guys remember?
I just thought he was just getting a head start on the war. That's all I thought. I thought he was already out. He's been traveling around just picking off
putting
politicians.
away groceries and making food. That's all I'm doing. Do you remember? Do you remember Fabro when he was in Swingers back in the day in the '90s? That was a man's film.
No, I don't remember him doing that. Oh my goodness, I didn't. But I've seen a lot of him, and he has the ability to get along with us because he is us. But he also has the ability to get along with them. So he's kind of like the perfect moderator type, actually. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Eric could be right. He could be tainted. I don't know. John Diller says, I know women. That's why 68% of my viewership is women. Oh, perfect. Jiminy's in here promoting hashtag no Gina, no peace. Okay, I'm with that. Hashtag justice for Nasser is hashtag justice for Nasser, justice for Mike S. Miller, and hashtag kick Liam. Yeah, no, I'll get down with the last one.
We already did. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Fanspeak people. I'll take all responsibility for that.
You
Fuck
should,
that faggot.
because
Whoa! What am I missing? What happened here?
Well, that was a long time ago, and you do keep in mind, guys. I am the happy, friendly grandpa. That's me, and Thundero is the evil bastard uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a
I'm
good
fine with it.
balance. It works out, Thundero. It does. Where I am soft, he is not. So.
And by the way, I said Famit. Famit, YouTube. That's what you heard. Famit.
Yes, you
Look
too.
it up.
Yes.
Dirty
Am I
Famits.
even live
I hate
anymore?
Famits.
I'm not sure. But anyway, let me continue with just my random reading of the chat. Jesus. There's just jealous that Gina didn't choke them out in the last episode of The Mandalorian. Well, there's been a couple moments where she's a little bit too badass, but it's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not that bad. I think they've done a pretty good job balancing her. Because they need her to be a badass, because that's what her character is, without suspending disbeliefs. I mean, she's not a cyborg or something like that. But I think they've done fine with Gina. I like her character. I hate Gina. She was terrible on Martian and terrible on The Mandalorian. Now, girls, in my Star Wars, I'm so upset I can barely eat this Hot Pocket in Cheetos. Well, thank you, John. The actor's called.
You're gonna
Diz.
tell me, Chester. Look in the chat real quick in the Discord chat. You're gonna tell me that's not a beautiful woman.
All right, fine.
Right there.
Give
that
me a
right
second, Chad. I'm being given homework. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get over here. Let me go over to the general. All right, here she is.
She's biting the lip. Oh my god! I'll be back.
She can be cute, dude, but she's bulky as hell, and she looks like a man. What do you want?
Okay, I knew you were gonna say that. So hang on. I got one more.
I got more homework, folks. Hold on a second. Sorry, Chad. I'll get back to you in a second. I'm busy with homework.
Look at that. Now, granted, she's not in this shape anymore because she's not a fighter
All
anymore.
Right. Now, if you give me that Gina, I'd let her stay for a little while. She can stay for a bit. I'll take that one. Dude, she's put on 40 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Or at least looks like 40 pounds of weight. On a woman, it wouldn't be as much, but it looks like about 40 pounds. So this right here, this is yeah. But this on the screen in front of you, no. But I mean, I don't want to get caught up in that though, because she seems like a nice lady, and I don't mind her acting. She's not horrible. She's fine, and I think she's doing a good job. I'm behind her, dude. I am. She's just not my type. How's that? Will that solve the situation? She's not my type. Yeah. Yeah. She's not Asian. What do you want? All right, let's move on. Let's see. Where am I here? Jimmy says, these actors called dibs to be the guy Gina choked out. I doubt that. What kind of absolute soy boys would want that? Who wants to be choked out by a
Me?
girl? You're a nasty man,
Me?
Jimmy. What? We're gonna have a talk after this. The manscaping had me worried,
That's
Eric.
some weird
Now
stuff there,
I'm
Jimmy.
really
I'm sorry,
concerned.
man. No, I'm not raising my hand to get choked out. I've been choked out. That ain't fun.
No, it's not. But wait. I don't think I did it right during the last take. Maybe we should try that scene a few more times. No, Jiminy. God. Dilla draws nothing. Nothing can beat the pregnancy celebration story you told. Oh God, I don't want. No, don't get me involved. Keep me out of it. Jiminy said she dated Superman. I bet you she didn't look like that. I bet you it was the video, the photo that that Thundera just showed me is what Superman got into, and then when she got like this, that's why they're not dating anymore. I'm telling you.
Oh, man, that's
Uh-huh.
rough.
It is it. I guess it is. Bullet says Gina is white and this is Chester. Actually, Bullet, I love you, brother. Kisses and hugs, indeed. That's because Booster isn't here. Just keep that in mind. God, I love me some Gina. Everyone's on the What's wrong with you people? Owen Wilson looks like a skinny EVS. Same chewed up schnoz. Oh, all right.
Who said that? That's awesome.
That Jiminy Cricket.
Schnoz. I always love the proper usage of the word schnoz.
Yeah.
Has Jimmy been drinking tonight?
He might be, dude. He's making lots of racket. I know that.
Oh, that's great.
Roger says, Cat R is not 60% of your viewership, Mr. Dillard. Thank you very much, Roger. You put him right.
And Mrs. Dillard.
And Mrs. Dillard's fine. Well, she can come and go as she likes.
There's two.
Well, yeah, but that's actually his wife. You can tell when he's typing in that. Yeah. Because she types quite different than he does. Yeah. And we like her. Anyway, let's move on. I'm just not going to convince him, Lord. I tried to help him out. I got a picture right in front of him the whole time. She looks like a dude. I mean, what do you want?
Here's what she looked like when she was dating Superman.
Oh, Jesus. Fine. More homework. God. Yeah, see, she's too thick here, man. She's too thick. This one, what do you do? There it is.
Well, that is a tiny, tiny picture.
Yeah,
Where did you
way
find
too thick.
it?
It's way too thick.
I just grabbed it. Hold on, let me find another one.
This one up here, however.
Is this one bigger? This one might be
Let me
bigger.
see if I can drop this up on the. Oh God, shut up, this stupid thing. This one right here, where she's taking off her pants. Yeah, she can do that. I'm happy with that. All right. Anyway, let's move on to my last article of the day, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Boom, Thundero.
Rumor. Oh boy. Zack Snyder's Justice League could get long-form sequels. See, this is what you people have done on HBO Max. That's just what we need is more Schneider DC. That's just what we needed, guys. I'm so glad we're going to get the Schneider cut.
When will they learn? When will
Never.
they learn?
They won't, ever. Because it's far easier to fool somebody than to convince them that they've been fooled.
Yeah,
So they'll never admit to themselves that they're wrong.
Let's be fair for half a second, though. A lot of people were calling for the Schneider cut because they felt he was robbed because of the situation with the death of his kid and what they did with Josh Whedon. I get that argument. And people were so desperate to see a good Justice League, they wanted to get it. Now, AT&T coming in and saying, all right, we're going to do a little bit extra shooting. We're going to stretch it out into 4, 8, 6 episodes, whatever. It's unnecessary. We don't need more Schneider. I agree. But, okay, go ahead. Maybe you'll make some money. But this is way too far. You don't even know if that's going to work. You have no idea if it's going to be successful or not. But yet you're already planning sequels? This is the whole chicken before the egg thing. Did I say that right? I'm pretty sure I said that right. I don't get it. This is way too early to be mentioning such things.
I don't know who convinced Hollywood that Zack Snyder is talented as a director, but that person needs to be flogged publicly.
All right, well, let me give you. Let's put this question up though, Thundero. If you had a choice, and the only two choices, it's either JJ or Schneider.
JJ.
Holy crap, dude!
Schneider is garbage. He is a shit tier edgy boy director. I do not want to see any more edgy in DC. Unless it's Batman or the Joker, no edge. I want this a round motherfucker.
I disagree. I disagree. I'd take Snyder over Abrams anyway.
Name one good Snyder movie. Name one.
I like 300.
It's not okay, but that's not really his movie.
Yeah, okay, but he made a good movie. Sorry.
He didn't make that movie. Frank Miller made that movie.
No, Frank Miller wrote the graphic novel.
No, Frank Miller co-directed that movie.
He did. 100%. But it doesn't matter.
But Frank Miller is not. He is not a director. He's a writer.
Yeah, and he did a better job than Snyder's ever.
If you want to see Frank Miller's capability as a director, look at The Spirit.
And he still made the only good movie in Zack Snyder's entire career.
Oh wow! But see, the problem you have here, Thundero, is Jiminy Cricket in the chat says Schneider.
They're both wrong. Okay.
He's the conscience of Disney. You can't argue with him. That's fair. That is fair.
I would rather they never make another of either ever again than either one of those do it. I would rather they literally forget that those characters exist and they abandon the franchise for all time than to let either Abrams or Snyder touch it. Because neither one of them are worthy. They're not even close. They're not even close to worthy. They've proven it. How many times do they have to? How many bad movies do they have to make that literally are soul crushing to watch before people abandon them as artists, as directors?
Well, you do have Watchmen and Sucker Punch, Dawn of the Dead. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, Watchmen's not a good movie either. Sorry, Watchmen fanboys.
It's better than Justice League.
I thought it's way better than Justice League.
Well, yeah, but come on.
and I actually like that. There are things about Sucker Punch that I liked. I think he was a little bit, sniffing his own farts, but he missed an opportunity right there to make a franchise, and he missed it. He's just a fucking idiot. But I mean, there are good parts of it, and people would say, "Oh, there's good parts of J.J. Abrams." Well, he has a relationship with a pretty good cinematographer. That's what he has. He has production value.
So
he really doesn't have anything in the way of story.
How's bacon
son of a bitch! It's not baking. I'm frying fish.
Yeah, well, there we go. Thank you. I see how that's how you deal with that, Thunder. Psychology, sir. Psychology. Just to kind of help out with the chat over here with Jiminy and his ultimate wisdom.
You, Chester.
Thank you. Took you long enough. But just to help you out with Jiminy Cricket, if you want to know what Jiminy looks like, other than his fantastic art, which we all understand.
Oh no.
But if you really want to know what it looks like, Jiminy Cricket looks like it's as if Urkel had a handsome kid, if you can imagine that. That's what Jiminy looks like.
He's a handsome man.
He is a handsome man.
Can't be denied. Cannot be denied.
Cannot be denied. Yeah, beautiful man. Yeah, and a great artist too.
But he's very wrong about Watchmen, but he's a handsome man. Watchmen is a horrible movie. The only reason people think it's a good movie is because they like Watchmen. It's a total fanboy wankfest movie. That's why people like it. It's way too long. The plot goes nowhere and makes no sense throughout the whole thing. And the adaptation is almost too accurate because a comic book to a movie you can't 100% adapt. And a lot of the problems with that movie are the same problem. Well, the comic book has its own problems too. Are problems that are carried between the two. So I'm not a Watchmen fan at all. Not even of the comic. The more older I get, the less I like it. I think it's a terrible thing.
Thundero, it has man penis.
Yeah. Oh.
Giant blue man penis.
I don't have a blue one, but luckily I have that covered myself. I'm good.
That's good. It's not blue. It's only blue occasionally, and I will make no comment on his wife whatsoever. She's a wonderful woman. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. See how I did that, Eric? That's psychology.
That's pretty slick. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But no, I think people are setting themselves up for a lot of pain.
I think Chester's
Snyder.
just psychologying himself.
Dude, daily. Yeah. But let me see if there's anything in here that actually gives the clue what they're spinning off, because I kind of glanced through and I didn't notice anything. They were just talking about wanting to do more with Schneider, really. Because it looks like several of these big AAA companies are really pulling that trigger. Yeah, it doesn't. Are really pulling that trigger to just go straight into streaming. They're kind of like, screw the cinemas. We're done with that. We're doing streaming now. So all their thoughts are moving that way. How do we do streaming stuff? Which in some ways I'm happy about. In other ways I'm not. Show me the doll where Alan Moore touched you, Thundero.
I can show you right where it is. It's in the heart and soul of the American Hero comic book. That's where he did. He killed it, and everybody following in his footsteps have been dancing on its grave.
Well,
and he, by the way, he agrees with me. He knows what he did.
He does. Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Ennis there with his boys, etc. That British invasion that they talk about, Mark Millar as well. That British invasion that happened was all about anti-superhero. It all was.
Yep.
But to be fair, I agree with you, Thundero. But at least they did it in the right way. That's how they told stories. They didn't tell us. They showed it. I mean, you know what I mean? They didn't tell us. They showed it.
Well, yeah. And technically, they're competent. All of them
they are. Yeah.
They can actually do the thing. That's not the issue. It's that the thing shouldn't have been done. That's the problem. It's the Jurassic Park moral dilemma, the moral quandary. You all were so worrying about if you could do it. Nobody stopped to ask if you should. It shouldn't have been done. That's the issue.
Did we get boobs in that movie? I forget.
Which movie? Jurassic Park?
Watch me.
I was about to say, I don't think so. Maybe you watched a totally different dinosaur movie than me.
I'm pretty sure that Ron Howard's daughter is not allowed to show boobage at any time.
I would certainly hope so.
Definitely. That should be an American rule. Opie's daughter doesn't get to show tatas. It doesn't. It should be written down. Yeah. Now I don't want to talk about dinosaurs. Those movies suck balls. I mean, you want to talk about bad movies? Jurassic World. My God, that movie's broken, dude. I mean, just sit down and watch that movie and actually think about the idea of plot, just for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And the holes will just flood. It's worse than Swiss cheese, dude. It's like a net. Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Anyway, so let's seeing as the article doesn't really do that, let's speculate for a moment. Slick, are you back with us? Are the fishes done? Have you killed them properly, sir?
They're fried.
Good.
Why do you have to give me a hard time about my diet? Why? Why is this always like an issue?
It's Thundero's fault. It's not mine.
You freaking hairy monkey Scandinavian.
Sir, I am properly haired. Thank you very much.
Your hair suit, freaking Neanderthal.
Dude, I am not symmetric in any way. Thank you very much. The question put before you, Slick, is this: speculate on what sequel, long form sequels, we could get out of a Justice League.
You're talking DC to me. I don't know shit. I'd like to see like a Dr. Fate. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, but that has nothing to do with Justice League.
I know.
Yeah.
Trying to come up with some Lobo. Lobo would be good. That's nothing to do with Justice League either.
No.
Green Lantern. No, wait.
Green Lantern is Justice League. Yeah.
Yeah. Martian Manhunter.
Maybe. Well, we do know that it sounds like we're getting Jeff Johns in Wonder Woman, but they're also did shooting, and he's going to be in this extended Schneider cut. So we are getting the character. And keep in mind, this is all in with the idea that Wonder Woman is also they bit the bullet and they sold it to HBO Max.
I know.
Yeah.
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. You know, if they did that character justice, it might be fun. It might be fun. That kind of nonsense they did with Shazam, if they had done a Booster Gold version where he's in the future, he's stealing this stuff and escaping to the past, and in the end, the good natured character of him comes out. That would have been a fun movie, and they could have done it in a comedic way. But I don't know if they'll touch Booster Gold, to be honest with you.
How about Plastic Man? Plastic Man?
If they did it right, but they would make that comedic where it shouldn't be. Right? This is the problem we have, Thundero. The people in charge are inept. They're just inept. They don't know how to tell stories anymore.
Well,
I agree right there. I mean, I disagree with Thundero on his choice of directors in his La La Land, but I do agree that something has happened in our generation. Our generation was the last generation who had to tell a story properly. The generation right now and this coming generation, I hope they pick it back up. But I don't know what happened with late stage millennials with their, not understanding the hero's journey. They've lost the fucking plot literally, and they don't know how to find it.
It's true. I'm doing what Jiminy told me. Silk Spectre boobs. Go ahead, Thunder.
Okay.
I know you have a response. I'm looking at boobs.
Actually, I completely forgot what I was going to say because I looked over at the other screen. But I think anybody wishing for more Schneider gets exactly what they deserve. They're going to be
Joker.
Absolutely heartbroken, and they're going to look back at me, and as we've learned over the last 2 years, and say these words: "Oh, you were right." Because it happens every about 5 months or so. I make a prediction, and then I'm right.
Fair enough.
Because it's just the truth.
Nostradamus.
I literally said this year one of the big two would crack, and that's what happened. DC is ripped open and bleeding out legendary people that have been there for long periods of time. That's exactly what happened. The only reason they didn't get completely the plug pulled on them is because of AT&T. And because they could sell the properties all over the place to like HBO Max and whatnot. That's why. It's because there's still a lot of value in the IP. Which is exactly what I said last year, that these companies will end up basically as IP farms from these mega corporations. Because that's what they are now, if we're honest. The comic stuff is just something they kind of do on the side almost. The IPs are where the value is, especially merchandising and things like that, and licensing. So when this comes out, this 6-hour movie that they're doing, or whatever it is, and it's horrible, don't say you weren't warned. And then when he does still get sequels because all these people jerking off excited about this, and they're horrible, don't say you weren't warned.
Yes, Eric, you were warned, sir.
We have been warned.
We have been. But
Jason, I was going to jerk off to the sequel.
I know, it's unfortunate. Now, Jason,
Zack Snyder knows what he's doing. He'll just put boobs in it. That's all, and it'll be fine.
That's true. I'm trying to talk to Jiminy. I went and I did the search for the Silk Spectre boobage. Yeah, she doesn't have good boobs, dude. They're not good boobs. It's unfortunate.
They must be big.
No, they're just kind of pancakey, flat, and awkward, and they got that big gap in the middle. And yeah, they're not good ones. They're not good ones. Now, this is something you can. I am a breast connoisseur, sir. Yeah, I've probably seen more living fleshy breasts than any man here.
That's when he got his PhD in was tits.
No, that was the second one, but we don't talk about that. But no, dude, I worked in strip clubs for 12 years, dude. I've seen lots of tits, man. I know what a good tit is and a bad tit is. Thank you very much. I'm professional.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
That's how you deal with that, Eric. Anyway, Eric, these guys gave their opinion. What do you think might be some plausible spin-off, sequel, whatevers for Zack Snyder with Justice League and HBO Max?
Well, as you were skimming through the article, I saw they wanted to try to do some kind of Game of Thrones like thing going on. So they might pick some smaller characters, less known characters, and try to do spin-offs on those. Run a season, like maybe 6-8 episodes of something, and switch over to a different character or something like that.
How long do you think it'll take before one woman is having lesbian sex with Cheetah?
I think Wonder Woman would cost too much until a full-blown motion picture.
How about Donna Troy or just or Wonder Girl?
Oh yeah, they can get her. What about that new Wonder Girl?
The Brazilian one?
Yeah.
Oh,
right. Definitely her.
She's properly waxed too, I'm sure. They're going to go full lesbian with that. There you go, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Probably
get her with one of the Teen Titans, maybe Firestar.
Oh, the one that doesn't look anything like Firestar at all?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's perfect. What's the other Teen Titan girl there? She's kind of cool powers. Her father's some kind of demon or something. What's her name? Damn it. Slick,
Sure.
What's her name? Teen Titan girl.
Raven.
Raven, that one, yeah. I kind of figured in that horrible TV show they were going to do something weird with her because Booster was telling me that they do a lot of what was that term he used again? Shipping. They do a lot of that with Raven. It's quite common that he said. So I kind of figured they'd do something weird with her, but they chose such a young girl. I guess they really couldn't pull it off. At least I hope they didn't pull it off. Did they? These Hollywood types are creepy. Thundero's definitely right on that.
I don't follow that shit, so I have no idea.
I couldn't get past a couple episodes, dude. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was so bad. I mean, when I'm doing homework, which I call research, for stuff, I'm pretty adamant. I'm pretty focused on that stuff. But if someone like me can't actually get through your show for research purposes, you got a problem, Thundero.
Yeah. And that show is it's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad.
Yeah, it is. Well, anyway, I do need to cut it a little bit short today. Well, it's actually perfectly on time. What am I talking about? I'm gonna come back over this side, and we'll finish it up. Now, interesting. Once again, we were able to talk about a couple of comic book movie things, but there's not a lot of comic book news itself. Now, I was going to talk about a specific comic today, but I didn't get around to it. I was pretty busy this week. But I'm going to try to do it next week if I can. It just irks me that there isn't actual comic book news. Even the Marvel comic book 616 had nothing to do with comic books beyond the fact that some asshole who's supposed to be the big boy and can't get his job done. That just infuriates the shit out of me because I am a boss and I've been a boss for a very long time with employees, lots of employees at sometimes, and I'm always the first one to be criticized. Always. It's about setting an example, right? So I never make a mistake. I can't let myself make a mistake because how in the hell am I going to yell at them if I'm doing the same thing, right?
That's right. You got to be perfect, man.
Well, I'm just saying, as a boss, you kind of have to be. You have to set the example. I'm doing that because when you do like that, when you're a leader and you're out there working harder than everybody else, you don't have to yell at people very much because they get it. They see it and they try to keep up. And those people that don't give a shit, don't try to keep up, you know what you do? You let them go and you bring on someone else until you have a crew of people who you don't have to say anything to and they're just doing their best to keep up with you. That's how you do that. You actually don't need to yell and scream or intimidate or threaten. You don't need to do these things. Lead by example. Lead by example. And Dan Slott is supposed to be a leader. Am I wrong? Have I lost my damn mind? He's supposed to be one of the bosses over there, right?
I thought he was just a writer.
I thought he was like one of the senior people that had quite a bit of authority. It's what I understood.
I don't know. Brevoort should be standing on his head, though.
Well, they might be our height, but I don't know. And that's just how you do that, man. And we're seeing a lack in that for damn sure. But anyway, let me go around the board and let everybody kind of give their opinion. I'm going to let Eric namaste us out of here today. I think we need some peace and love, Eric. Peace and love.
God, you know I'm horrible at this. You really wanted me to do it again?
Yeah. This is how I make people better, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look what I did for old Booster. I mean,
That's psychology.
That's psychology. Booster was useless, dude. Now he's like internet phenom. It's perfect. Thundero, sir, yell at the people some more. They need it, especially that Jiminy Cricket.
They do in fact need it, but unfortunately, it falls on deaf ears. Have a good night.
Thanks, man. Slick.
Yeah. Take care of yourself. Buy my book if you haven't. There you go.
Well, there you go. That was just short and sweet and to the point. Well, guys, we do love doing this. Tomorrow, of course, we got our D&D game if you want to come back and check that out. And then, of course, we have Pontificators. And then after that, we have Join a Quarter Ultimate Edition, which is always fun. So next week, though, I do need to do something before I pass it on to Eric. Thundero, sir, next week on our Night Owls, we just talk about whatever, there is general entertainment news. But I'd like to do another TFT. You got any suggestions we could do for it? We don't have to, but I mean, it's fun.
We need something fun and just crazy. Just some ridiculous crazy thing that people believe that probably isn't true, but it's fun to talk about.
Oh, I got one. Why Germans should not be allowed in entertainment. I'm sure I could find a lot of examples. They're humorless people. I mean, what are you going to do?
They are not as jolly as old Saint Nick, that's for sure.
Not.
Do funny Bigfoot stories.
Funny Bigfoot story? Are there any funny Bigfoot stories?
There is a guy on YouTube that I can't remember his name right now, but something dog trainer who talks about going out and having sex with Bigfoot in the woods behind his barn.
Wow.
Just give me a second.
It's pretty funny.
It's melting in. Just hold on a second. No.
It says she's a little rough, but
no. I don't know. Thundero, tell him no.
No.
There you go.
I have a picture of a
2-foot long
Bigfoot turd from the Bigfoot Museum in Georgia. I got it about a month ago.
10 foot? What?
A 2 foot. It's about 2 foot long.
Yeah, that's not that. No. All right, fine. We're moving on from Bigfoot anatomy and feces. Jesus Christ. And you have to end the show. Perfect. Thundero's going to think about it. Now, we don't have to do a TFT every week. We don't. But I would like to. They're fun if we can have something fun to talk about. So I'm going to leave it to Thundero to come up with something fun. He's going to tell me. At least give me a day or two, please, and I'll do my research. But thank you very much, guys. Lots of fun as usual. Stay safe. Have a good day. And Eric, sir, no Bigfoot shit, please. Go ahead.
Okay, no Bigfoot shit. Thanksgiving is coming up, and it's been a horrible year all around for the entire world. But most of us are still here. Most of us are kind of healthy. So take a look back at the entire year and be thankful of what you have been given, what you have. But most importantly, it is the week before Thanksgiving. Don't go looking for appliance parts. Repair your oven that's been broke for 6 months.
Wow, that sounds like a personal problem. Namaste. Later, guys.
Damn nasty.
Damn nasty. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, you're supposed to be getting ready for Turkey Day. Actually, let me. I normally would drop off right now, but just give me one quick second. Slick, are you doing Thanksgiving this year?
I am. I'm going to go up to my aunt's.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit around the house and mope. Yeah, I'll go places and do things.
That's good. How about you, Thundero?
I'm going to my sister's.
Oh, nice. Eric?
Yeah, I'm going to Tennessee.
Oh, good. So everyone's going to. You're saying the hell these politicians. You're doing your normal thing. Good for you. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw them, man. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah.